Okay, so we're going to start on box and whiskers plots. It's sometimes you'll hear it as box plot, sometimes you'll hear it as box and whiskers plot. It's the same thing. A box plot, box and whiskers plot has 5 pieces of data. It has a line here, which is called the minimum. It has a line here, which is called the maximum. Okay. Quartile 2 is the median of all the data. Now, in order to find the median, you have to put the data in order from least to greatest, and the middle number is your median. If you have two numbers in the middle, you're supposed to take the two numbers in the middle and find the average, which means add them together and divide by 2, and that will be your median. So hopefully you have an odd amount of data points where you don't have to do that. But if you come into the point where you have 2 in the middle, you find the average of the 2 in the middle. You have the lower quartile, which is really the median of the lower half of the data. Okay? You have the upper quartile, which is really the median of just the top half of the data. And those are the 5 pieces of data that goes into a box and whiskers plot. This graph explains that this is a quarter of the data, this is the middle 50%, this is the upper 25%, so on and so forth. So with that, all that being said, let's look at some of the questions in your math at IXL. We're looking at GG13 box plots. So looking at this, it says Coach Jackson measured the height of each player on the Springfield Middle School volleyball team. This again is the minimum or the lowest value. This right here is the maximum or the highest value. So it's asking for the range. The range is something you can calculate. The range is the maximum minus the minimum equals the range. So the maximum would be, looks like 63 minus, looks like 55. 63 minus 55 is 8. So 8 is going to be the range. That's how you calculate the range. It's the maximum minus the minimum. All right, this one is asking what's the lower quartile of the number. The lower quartile is here. So that is 15. 15 is the answer. Okay, so this is, let's go over it again. This is the minimum. This is the lower quartile. This is the median. This is the upper quartile. This is the maximum. Maximum, upper, median, lower, minimum. You just have to memorize it. This one says, what's the inner quartile range? That means you have to take the upper quartile plus the lower quartile and then divide by 2. Okay, so let's do you divide, hold on. Do you divide by 2? Having a brain fart. Interquartile range. You might just have to subtract it. All right, so to find the interquartile range, oh, you just subtract it. So you take Q3 minus Q1. Okay. The website that I like to use is mathisfun.com because it gives you a graphic and stuff. So Q3 minus Q1, so for me and mine, it'll be Q3, which is here, 12, minus Q1, which is here, 4. What's 12 minus 4? 8. Okay. What's that? The fastest time, which will be the maximum, which is this, which is 360. Oh, sorry. The correct answer is 260. What did I say? I must didn't read it correctly. Fit challenges organize an obstacle. They track the time of the finisher. What was the fastest time in the obstacle course? They said the answer was 2.6. Oh, duh. The fastest time is the lowest number. They tricked me. The fastest time is the lowest number. I went for the maximum. I don't know why I did that because I wasn't paying attention. So the lower the number is, that means you were faster than everybody else. Mr. Wells, the science teacher, scored in the last 20 points, what was the range? 20 minus 13 is 7. All right, I'll go ahead and stop this. Okay, so let's go ahead and level up, jump a level. Only teachers can do that. Kids can't do that part. Oh, it's still working. Okay. Coach Jennings recorded a number of goals the hockey team scored in each game. What was the most goals the team scored in a game? So I would say 8 would be the answer. The most, that's the clue. Maximum. The step counter tracked how many steps he took each day for a week. The median number of steps. The median is this line. The middle line is the median. So the answer is 8,000. Creekview Museum last month. What was the upper quartile? The upper quartile is this line, which is 350. All right, so it looks like the main thing you need to understand is what each line is on the box plot. Have that memorized. It seems like they're also asking you the range. To find the range, you do so. This is the lowest or the minimum. This is the first line is the first quartile. The median is the middle number, which is also considered the second quartile. The third quartile is here, which is also the upper quartile. And then this is the highest value, which is called the maximum. So the range is the maximum minus the minimum. So yeah, it's just different definitions you have to memorize. If you would like to go to Math is Fun and just put in the definitions to remind yourself of what to do or how to do it, then you might want to utilize that. After this, we're doing HH2, 8, and 9.